Hey guys, so I wanted to post an update. I know it's been about a month. So I have been at the clinic now for 6 months and 10 days. Um, and things are going really well, honestly. My dose got up to 85 milligrams. I have successfully done two 5 milligram decreases, so I'm now at 75 milligrams. And both of those decreases actually went really well. I didn't have any problems. I didn't go through any like withdrawals or anything like that. They were really smooth, really easy. So I'm so grateful for that because I was prepared for it to be a lot worse than what it was. I definitely had prepared for the decreases just to be a little tougher. So, but I'm really grateful that it went well both times. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that, for the first few months that I was going to the clinic, I will definitely be the first person to admit that I was still fucking up sometimes. I went out and did pills from time to time when I was going to the clinic at first. I think because I was addicted to pills for 10 years, to opiates in general, because it went, beyond pills. But, it was for 10 years, basically my whole adult life. So I never really developed any good coping skills. So anytime I just had a lot to deal with, or I just was really stressed out, or really depressed, or really anxious, or anything like that, the only way that I knew to cope was to get high. That's the only coping mechanism I've ever had is using. That's it. So even though I was going to the clinic and it was like, it's not like I needed it. It's not like I felt like I needed it, like I was, in withdrawal or anything like that. It's just that I just didn't know how else to like make myself feel better. And I hated it. Every time I fucked up like that, I felt terrible. I felt stupid. I felt useless. I hated that I was doing it. I hated myself. I felt like I couldn't, make a good decision to save my life. And, it sucked. It was terrible. Like, that was the worst part, is that, like, going out and doing the pills didn't even actually make me feel better. In the end, it actually usually made me feel fucking worse. So that totally sucked. But whatever. The reason why I brought it up is because the good news is that today, July 30th, which will actually probably be yesterday by the time this gets uploaded or whatever, is 2 months that I have not gone out and done anything outside of my methadone, and that feels super good. Except for smoking bud and smoking weed. I will totally be the first person to admit that I do smoke weed. I know a lot of people are going to say that's stupid and that they don't agree with it and whatever, but just like I've told other people in the comments, it's a great thing that this is my life and not yours, and that if I make a terrible decision, it doesn't affect you in any way. That's the beauty of me being a single person with no children, is that my decisions don't have to affect other people so greatly. You don't have to like me or the decisions that I make. It's really okay if you don't. I'm not sure why you spend your time watching my videos and listening to what I have to say if you don't like me or my opinions, but whatever, to each their own. You can spend your time however you want, just as I can spend my time however I want. You and I both can make whatever decisions we want. So, but as far as like opiates, I have not done any opiates at all in 2 solid months outside of my methadone, and that feels incredible. It just feels good to feel like I'm actually making progress, and to know that like the clinic is legitimately helping me, because even though I've been going to the clinic for 6 months, and so yeah, for 4 months it was still off and on. I was fucking up and making bad decisions. Now I can say that it's been a solid 2 months. I feel like that's a good amount of time. It's enough time that I can be a little bit proud of myself. So that's pretty cool. But so overall, things are going really well. Like I said, I've done my decreases. I still go 6 days a week. They're not open on Sundays, so on Saturday you go and they give you a take home. I don't have any other like giant life updates. One of my friends passed away, and that actually happened before I made my last video, but I just chose not to talk about it really, because it's not something that I was dealing with super well. Here's this hanging in my room. It's a little memorial collage that I made for her. It's laminated, so it might be a little hard to see, but yeah. So March 21st, she actually went into the hospital on the 18th and passed on the 21st. She actually started going to the methadone clinic before me. She's the person who informed me that there was a methadone clinic in the town we live in. But one thing I think is an amazing thing that all her friends and family can say, is that her death did not have anything to do with drugs. She was actually clean, and so at least she accomplished that. That's amazing. She really accomplished a lot before she passed away, and I don't know, when anyone dies young, it's, I guess, hard to deal with, but I feel like this is so hard to deal with just because, she had been down a really rough road in her life and survived all of that and got into the clinic and got clean, and she had held down the same job for over 2 years, and she had finally gotten her own place, and just a few weeks before she passed away, she finally had gotten her own car, and that was like the last step of her like independence. And she had a fucking asthma attack and went into cardiac arrest and lost oxygen to her brain for too long. Like, after everything else she had survived. I don't know. That sucked. It still sucks. I still don't really like to talk about it. I still just, I was really close to her. I really cared about her a lot. She played a really huge role in me getting into the clinic, and I just, I don't know. That one's hard, so whatever. But I'm dealing with it the best I can, and the good news is that I'm not going out and doing pills because of it. So yeah. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's already getting to be 9 minutes long, kind of long. Nobody wants to listen to me talk for this long, but before I go, I just want to say thank you so much to the people who have been watching my videos and leaving comments and asking how I've been and asking for updates. It's insane to me that people actually care. And it actually really does mean a lot. So, thank you for that. And then to the people who have left me comments saying I'm stupid, or this is the worst decision of my life, or calling me fat and poor and a whore and all this other stuff, like, thank you for giving me your time. I appreciate it, but it's one thing to give feedback, and it's another thing to insult somebody. And I really, I'm a very self-aware person, and I really don't need you to insult me. Trust me, I have still a lot of guilt going on, so I don't need it from you as well. Thank you so much for your time, though. I'm all about some constructive criticism, but coming on my page and saying this is the worst decision you could have ever made and that's it is not constructive criticism. That's just, you know, whatever. You know, coming on here and leaving a comment that's like, haha, you're a fat, junky whore. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I am, I guess. Fuck. You know, like, what are you gonna do? That's the whole reason I started making videos. Whatever. It is what it is. This is my story. Just let me live it and tell it. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably not going to change it, so I don't know why you're wasting everybody's time. But to the people who have been awesome and supportive and have given constructive criticism, or who have been just overall really super positive and encouraging, to all of you, I really appreciate it. And I will make another video again soon-ish. All right, bye.